I want to go over today's trade really quickly. It was a very nice trade and a very quick trade as well, which put us into some nice profit though. So let's take a look at it. Let me take off all of these drawings here so that we can take a look at this again. So coming into the day, we had the previous daily high and the previous daily low still intact. And this is true for NQ, but it's also true for ES, right? So starting out, we knew there was high impact news at 10 a.m. on a Monday, which hasn't happened in quite a long time. But today, there was high impact news at 10 a.m. on today's Monday, right? So right away, I knew, okay, I don't necessarily want to take a trade before those news hit, right? That being said, price kind of moved up before the session, was close to taking the previous daily high, but then it dumped. And when price started dumping like this, I saw these 15-minute bullish zones here being disrespected and sort of 15-minute bearish zones being created, right? I then dropped lower to also check out the 5-minute, and I was able to see, okay, well, there's a 15-minute zone up here, but there is also a 5-minute zone here, which could potentially be respected, right? A 5-minute zone there that also could be respected. Now, one issue that I had was my sort of target was down here, these London lows, right? This was liquidity that I was very interested in. However, ES had already taken this because ES just dumped way more. So at that point in time, the news had hit, we had the 5-minute zone, price retraced into the zone, created bullish fair value gaps like this one, took out buy side liquidity here, buy side liquidity here, right? Here you even sort of have these equal highs, right? That were then taken out here. There was on the lower time frames, even you can see here, this sort of SMT, right? You can see it there. That was not taken on NQ, but it was taken on ES, right? So you had SMT, you had buy side liquidity being taken, we tapped into the 5-minute zone. It looked very good. Now, another thing is the 4-hour candle had, of course, just closed, right? And this is the new 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. What happened was we put in a wick to the upside, and then we started continuing lower. So this trade to me was essentially perfect. It was essentially a perfect trade to take for me. So I did take it. I took it right on the close of this bearish candle that displaced through this fair value gap, turning this into an inversion. Took a sell position here with my stop loss right there. Now, the thing is, yes, I was of course looking at London lows, but since ES had already taken these lows, that was not a reliable target for me. And in trading, let me give you this piece of advice here. If you are potentially not a profitable trader yet, something that I believe could make a big difference is just going for the low-hanging fruit. And what I mean by that is just take the easy targets, right? And for this, the easy target, which still provided 2R, was this low, right? I was fairly certain that this low would be taken once we displaced through this 1-minute fair value gap here. Because this fair value gap here was also already mitigated by this wick. So after we displaced through this fair value gap, there was nothing really holding us there. So I simply targeted this, and within 2 minutes, I was done. Within 2 minutes, I was done. 2R made. As easy as that, right? And that was the trade today. It was pretty much textbook. A great start into the new month. And of course, we're going to keep an eye out for the rest of the week to see if we can get some more trades. NQ finally seems to be retracing a little bit because we were at these all-time highs and it just wasn't fun trading the all-time highs. So I am hoping for a bit more of a retracement, potentially into this sort of gap here, but of course we never know. We simply wait until we find out. Now, with this trade here, it once again shows you just need to be patient and let the trades come to you, right? There was this entire move here. I did not take a trade. I stayed patient. I didn't chase anything. I didn't do anything. My setup showed up. I took the trade 2R, and I was done for the day, right? As simple as that.